Good morning. The video is 7-1 notes, which is, I believe I have it as homework 46. Okay, so homework 46 here is 7-1 notes. Now we're skipping chapter 6. That's just because, I don't know, this whole thing. Okay, so 7-1 notes is 3 theorems. So there's 3 theorems, 3 theorems about triangles. The first one is very simple. Most of you know it. The sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Actually, I'm going to change colors. Three theorems about triangles. 1, the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. 2, all right? 2 is the measure of the exterior of, not the, but n, exterior angle is equal to the sum of the 2 remote interior angles. There's a lot there. There's a lot going on. So let's get a diagram. A diagram to show one exterior, okay, and 2 remote interiors. And that diagram looks like this. Okay, here's the triangle. So triangle ABC. All right. This angle here is the exterior. Okay. So this angle right here is an exterior angle of, it's one exterior angle. So one exterior angle of triangle ABC. And I'll show you another 2 in a minute. Now, if it's this exterior, these 2 angles here, so these 2 angles here and here are the 2 remote interior angles. Interior means inside. Exterior means outside. So in this triangle, here's the triangle. These 2 angles are inside the triangle. This angle is outside the triangle. Okay? Okay? So that theorem says that the sum, the measure of the exterior angle, is the sum of these 2. So, for example, if I have a diagram like this, now I'm going to draw a different exterior angle and a different triangle. Okay, so I'm going to put the exterior angle here. And I'm going to put the 2 remote interiors here. Now, let's say this is 85 degrees. Okay, and this angle right here is 35 degrees. Now, these two angles are the remote interior angles in reference to this exterior. So these two, these are the remote as it relates to these two. They're away from remote, like a remote forest. These are the remote interiors. This one and this one. Okay? So if this was X, and we know that the sum of the interiors, remote interiors, equals the exterior. So the one outside. So 35 plus X in this problem equals 85. So X equals 50. So a triangle has as a note, a triangle has three exterior angles. Now, these are really three congruent pairs. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay? So here's a triangle. Now, what I'm going to do in this triangle is I'm going to draw like an X on each vertex. Okay? I'll draw an X on that vertex. I'm going to draw an X on this vertex. And finally, we'll draw an X on this vertex. Now, what you should notice is this is the exterior angle for this vertex. And so is this, you see, but there's vertical angles. Vertical angles. All right? Now, they are exterior too. Okay, so each one of these angles has a pair of exteriors that are vertical, that are equal. And then this one. So, and what's neat about this too, I think, is that these two angles are equal, which is the interior, and then these two here. Okay? So every triangle has three exterior angles. There's three congruent pairs. One pair here, two pair here, three pair here. Okay? So just keep that in mind, that the exterior angle of a triangle could be either one of these two. Okay. Now the third theorem. Okay? It's called the midline theorem. Okay? And the midline theorem says that a segment joining two midpoints of a triangle okay, a segment joining two midpoints of a triangle, right? This is two sides, right? Two sides, okay, is parallel to the third side, okay, is parallel to the third side, and half the third side. Okay, the third side is the side not connected. So, and half the third side length. So, the third theorem is the midline theorem, which is a segment joining two midpoints of a triangle, two sides, is parallel to the third side and half the third side length. Okay? So, here's a diagram. All right, here's a diagram to show this. All right, so this is triangle ABC, and D is the midpoint of AB. All right, we'll call it D. And E, this is the midpoint of BC. And this is the mid segment, or the midline. Okay, DE is a midline. Now, DE is a midline, and a triangle has three midlines. Okay? The triangle has three midlines. So, according to the theorem, the midline that connects the two midpoints, and I can indicate that with some symbols here. Okay, then this is the midpoint of BC, so it divides it into two congruent segments. And this is, I don't like those here. I'm going to erase this, that. I'm going to erase this. Oops. I'm going to erase that and that. Okay, so I'm just going to put one tick mark here like that. Okay. So this DE is a midline. Okay, it's two things. It's parallel to the third side, which is AC. Okay, so AC is the third side. All right? And AC is parallel to DE because DE is a midline. And, okay, and the length of DE equals 1/2 AC. All right? Now, for example, if AC equals 10, DE equals 5, okay? So the midline theorem is a segment joining the two midpoints of a triangle, the two sides, is parallel to the third side and half the third side length, the side that's not connected. A diagram to show this is right here. So DE and AC. Now I'm almost out of time here. So that's the midline theorem. And this is 7-1 notes. Okay? All right. Have a good day, everybody.